Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today I have a very short and sweet video for you about this cute Phalaenopsis that's here with me. That's the Phalaenopsis Sogo Vivien. This video will be short, as I said. I'll give you some caring tips, but also will show you my plant. I'm not very well. I was sick in the beginning of the week. My voice was all over the place, so excuse me. But I hope you enjoy this type of content, and the good thing, this plant is pretty affordable and it's available in many different regions. So let's start. And why this one? Not only because it's in bloom at the moment, we will open many other flowers, so in what's in bloom in March, you probably see that in full glory. But what's very special about this one is not the flowers. The flowers are cute. It's that type of mini to medium-sized Phalaenopsis that we find in most flower shops, supermarkets. The advantage of this one is that it's a space saver. We can place this everywhere around your house. Also, it's not fussy about light. You can give it the same light that you give all of your other Phalaenopsis. But what's special about it? It's not the cute flowers, because they are cute, but they are that common type of purple and white that we see many different Phalaenopsis around. But what this one has that or maybe other Phalaenopsis don't have is the variegation of the leaves. So plants can have variegated leaves depending on the species, depends if they have been hybridizers. Some variegation can be natural in the plants in their natural habitat, others are man-made. This one is a complex hybrid, so for sure that's just a plastic gene. So it's a mutation that happens on the genetics of this plant that made this to be this sort of variegation. We do have some natural variegation when we talk about the mottling in the Phalaenopsis schilleriana, for example. That's one type of variegation, but here is a different one. Is the margin. The leaf has discolored margins. So instead of being all green, you see some yellow on it. So this yellow is basically you have less chlorophyll on the margin of the leaves. Correct me if I'm wrong, but people that collect houseplants out there, collectors out there, let me know. We know that there's some variegated houseplants. Oh my gosh, they are so popular. People really want to have these sort of plants. They keep looking for these variegated plants everywhere, and some of them are super expensive. In the case of orchids, we don't have many variegated orchids, and I'm going to be very honest. I don't think they are the most amazing thing in the world, in my opinion. I love the mottling. I love Paphiopedilum leaves. But when I buy most of my orchids, I usually buy for the bloom show, not for the leaves or how their leaves are showing out there. That's me. But maybe you have a different opinion. Some people collect, especially do orchids for the leaves, that's different. But this one, people really want to have because of the different leaves, since it's very similar to other Phalaenopsis. So why am I doing that, showing you this plant? Because I found it locally. I found it in a supermarket here in the UK. I don't have the original tag, so I cannot do a DNA test or anything, but looking at the flowers and the pattern and everything, is very similar to the Sogo Vivien. So that's how I came to the conclusion that's probably the same plant. I would never know for sure, just as a disclaimer, but the Sogo Vivien be very similar to this one. And I bought it for a very cheap price, the price that you buy other Phalaenopsis in supermarket. So this is not a rare plant or a plant that you should buy online on eBay and spend like 40-50 quid. Don't do that. Wait for it. It will come some of nurseries, garden centers, or even supermarkets around you. Because as I said, it's a common Phalaenopsis and it's a complex hybrid. So please, if you can, don't spend too much money on it. And on top of that, for me, this plant looks like a little bit like a snake plant. The leaves at least. Let me know what you think. It used to have a better variegation, that's on me. The thing with orchids and variegations is that the variegation will not disappear. In the case of this one, it's quite stable. It will return, but depends on the amount of light that you offer to your plant. So I noticed that when I was offering too much light, it has less variegation. And then when I need to offer a little bit less light, the variegation came back. Let me know what's your experience with your variegated orchids. And more than that, let me give you some in-depth care tutorial. So what I think about this Phalaenopsis, it is a little bit funny. I'm going to say that it's a little bit more sensitive than most Phalaenopsis that I have. I don't know if it's due to the variegation, the type of hybridization, the hybrids that it has on its DNA, but it doesn't push out as many roots as my other Phalaenopsis do. And I have this orchid maybe for like 2 years, I think, at this point. It has been surviving, growing, pushing out new leaves. The newest leaf here is larger than the previous one, which means it's okay, it's healthier. I have one leaf that's growing at the moment. But just to bear in mind, is the kind of orchids that I would pot much in a larger pot if your climate is like mine, because you can suffocate the roots. You need to offer the root plenty of air. Don't expect it to pushing out a ton of aerial roots. It's a little bit slower than other Phalaenopsis, but if you offer an airy mix, water when the roots are completely dry, keep in a place where you have some light or some filtered sunlight, it will enjoy it. You can even place it under growing lights as well. And what I do is every winter it will push out a new flower spike. When this flower spike will be gone, I will cut the flower spike down the base and I will wait it to grow for the next season. If you notice that your plant is struggling, it's always a very, very good idea to unpot, to look into the potting mix, see if the roots are there, are alive, and making sure that you are giving your plants the best care that you can. But, as I said, it tends to be a little bit slower than other Phalaenopsis. More than that, it's a joy to grow, it's a space saver, as I said. It's not a massive Phalaenopsis, and you can grow it not only because you enjoy the blooms, but because you enjoy the leaves, or at least it's a different orchid that you can show people that the leaves are a little bit different, a little bit curious, especially for into house plants. Maybe orchids with different leaves would be something for you as well. But that's everything that I had to do and to tell you about my little Sogo Vivien. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, leave a comment down below, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye!